Let's understand trauma, what it is, how it affects, how it remains in our body, and what are the solutions. So, trauma is not something that has happened to you outside, it is something which has happened inside. It's a wound, it's an emotional wound, it's a psychological wound, and it's an invisible wound which is not seen. You cannot see a trauma, but with some of the behaviors one can understand that this is happening because of some trauma the person has faced in their past life. Now, what are those things? How an event converts into a trauma. First of all is emotional neglect. If a person is continuously neglected by the family, society, peer group, and extended families, and also in the at their workplace, they are constantly facing emotional neglect, that turns into a trauma. The second thing is any kind of loss, breakup, divorce. These events of our life definitely turns into a trauma because it leaves a deep emotional scar on the mind, and person is not able to recognize it immediately, but that is seen in the physiological ways. The third thing is childhood invalidation or silence. Means if anyone has faced an abusive childhood, or where he or she has faced a complete emotional neglect from the parents and from their siblings, it remains in their psyche, it remains in their body, or sometimes they are just invisible members. They were never considered, they were never talked, they were never thought of, and they were neglected by their parents and the families. And the fourth thing is small subtle events affects you and made you emotionally shrink. You feel low, you feel demotivated, you face brain fog, and you think that you are not good enough to adjust in society or to maintain cordial relationships. You put yourself in guilt. That's because trauma is working and creating brain fog, overthinking, and negative thought pattern. Now let's see impact of trauma on mind and body. One may feel trapped into overthinking. People are thinking about any event, any people, person, places continuously. It's there in their thoughts whole day, whole night, next day, following day, and the whole week, for whole month. They are thinking of only one thing, that's overthinking. Negative thoughts. Something wrong may happen to me, to my family. I may have a job loss. My boss will fire me. So multiple kind of negative thoughts. And then there's a fatigue, because people are keep on overthinking. There is an emotional exhaustion, there's an emotional fatigue, emotional burnout. Sleep disturbances. People are not able to have a sound sleep. Their circadian rhythm is disturbed. They are up till 1 a.m. and then they hardly have a 3 to 4 hour sleep, and then the whole day they feel sleepy, their productivity is reduced. The other thing is these people are not able to form secure relationships. They have trust issues, they don't trust people. Even if they are in a committed relationship or in a non-committed relationship, they keep on checking and rechecking. They keep on testing their partners, they manipulate things. Another part is hypervigilance. They check a lot of things. They're cautious. Why they're cautious? Because they don't want that same trauma to repeat with them. So if they sense that there can be some same kind of situation which can bring trauma to them again, they check and cross check the intentions of the people so that it should not hurt them again. Their Stress hormones, cortisol levels remains high. They are not at ease. Their breath becomes shallow. Their muscles remain tense. They are not at peace. They are not at ease. So these are some of the symptoms that yes, the person is living in trauma, with trauma, which is still remains with them inside their body. Here are some of the signs that people are still living with their traumas. The number one is they react strongly to the situations than it demands. So people sometimes show excessive anger, excessive sadness to some of the situations rather than staying normal with them. The other thing is they avoid conflicts, but they feel safe internally. They don't want to indulge in conflicts because if it is of same kind which has already triggered a trauma in them, they want to avoid such situations. They don't want to talk, so they avoid any kind of talks which can convert into conflicts. The third thing is body shuts down in triggering situations. People feel numb. They don't want to say something. They don't want to speak. They don't want to talk. They go into isolation mode. They enter into loneliness. They don't want to talk. So this is one of the signs. The fourth thing is certain smells, fragrances, sounds may trigger anxiety in the persons. Maybe passing by any kind of temple, any kind of mall, because the body knows and understands the connections. When we are saying trauma remains in your body, it means if you are visiting any particular kind of place which is connected with the previous trauma, body starts giving signals. One may feel uneasy in those moments. The fifth sign is one may feel stuck in patterns. They do not find any ways to move out of that. If they are in any job and they want to leave it, they are doing it, they're not thinking. They cannot think clear and straight. They lose motivation to take some steps. Their decision making capacity fades. They overthink. The negative thinking pattern takes a toll. So these are some of the symptoms that the person is living with trauma. Now let's see the best part of it. We understand that trauma lives in our body, but there are techniques, therapies, and tools which can help people recovering from traumas, if not 100%, 90%. And yes, it is possible. The reason is we can train our subconscious mind in the right direction. Definitely it will take time, but yes, it's possible. Stay tuned with these videos. In the next video, I'll be sharing some tools which can help you in recovering from the traumas. Till then, bye bye, take care.